Welcome, dear seekers of truth and enlightenment. I am honored to guide you through the profound journey of the trust pilgrimage, the first of 7 tests that the universe presents to us before we can fully embrace its blessings. This pilgrimage is not a physical journey, but a spiritual odyssey that will challenge our deepest beliefs and push us to the very limits of our faith. As we begin, let us acknowledge that the universe is not a cold, indifferent entity, but a living, breathing consciousness that is intimately connected to each and every one of us. It is a loving parent, a wise teacher, and a demanding taskmaster all rolled into one. And like any good parent or teacher, it doesn't simply hand out blessings without first ensuring that we are ready to receive them. The trust pilgrimage is the universe's way of testing our readiness. It is a journey into the unknown, where we must learn to navigate by the light of our faith alone. We must surrender our need for control, our attachment to outcomes, and our fear of the unfamiliar. Only then can we truly open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that the universe has in store for us. But why is trust so important? Why does the universe insist on testing our faith before blessing us? The answer lies in the very nature of reality itself. You see, the universe is not a static, predetermined entity. It is a dynamic, ever-changing field of potential, constantly shaped by our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When we trust in the universe, we align ourselves with its creative power. We become co-creators of our reality rather than passive recipients of circumstance. Think about it. How many times have you held yourself back from pursuing your dreams because you didn't trust that things would work out? How often have you missed opportunities because you were too afraid to take a leap of faith? The universe is always offering us chances to grow, to evolve, to become more than we are. But if we don't trust in its benevolence, if we don't believe in our own worthiness to receive its gifts, we create a barrier that even the most powerful universal forces cannot penetrate. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. The trust pilgrimage is designed to break down these barriers. It's a process of unlearning our limiting beliefs and relearning how to live in harmony with the universe's flow. It's about rediscovering the innate trust that we all possessed as children, before the world taught us to be cynical and doubtful. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm on the trust pilgrimage? What signs should I look for? The truth is, if you're asking these questions, you're already on the journey. The universe has a way of subtly guiding us towards the experiences we need for our growth. But there are some common indicators that you've entered this phase of your spiritual development. First, you might find that your life is becoming increasingly unpredictable. Plans that you've carefully laid out may suddenly fall apart. Relationships that you thought were stable might begin to shift. Career paths that seemed certain may unexpectedly close off. These disruptions are not punishments or signs that you're doing something wrong. They are invitations from the universe to let go of your need for control and to trust in a higher plan. Second, you may experience a series of synchronicities or coincidences that seem too meaningful to be random. Perhaps you keep seeing the same number everywhere you look, or you repeatedly encounter people who share a particular message with you. These are not mere chance occurrences. They are the universe's way of communicating with you, of showing you that there's a deeper order to things that goes beyond our limited human perspective. Third, you might feel a growing sense of dissatisfaction with the status quo. Things that once brought you comfort or security may start to feel confining or empty. This is because the trust pilgrimage is not just about learning to trust the universe. It's also about learning to trust yourself and your own inner wisdom. As you begin to align more closely with your true purpose, Anything that doesn't serve that purpose will naturally start to fall away. Now, I want you to take a moment to reflect on your own life. Have you been experiencing any of these signs? Have you felt the ground shifting beneath your feet, challenging you to find your balance in new ways? If so, know that you are not alone. We are all on this journey together, each in our own unique way. But here's the crucial thing to understand. The trust pilgrimage is not about blindly accepting whatever happens to us. It's not about becoming passive or fatalistic. True trust is an active, dynamic state of being. It requires us to remain fully engaged with life, even as we surrender our attachment to specific outcomes. Think of it like swimming in a powerful river. If we try to fight against the current, we'll quickly become exhausted and risk drowning. If we simply let ourselves be carried along without any effort of our own, we might end up somewhere we don't want to be. The key is to work with the river, to use its power to guide us while still making conscious choices about our direction. This is the essence of the trust pilgrimage, learning to co-create with the universe. We must learn to balance our personal will with our faith in a higher power. We must cultivate the wisdom to know when to act and when to surrender, when to strive and when to let go. As we navigate this journey, we will encounter many challenges. The universe will test our trust in myriad ways, often pushing us to our limits. We may face financial difficulties that force us to question our faith in abundance. We may experience health issues that challenge our belief in the body's ability to heal. We may encounter relationship conflicts that test our trust in love and connection. These tests are not meant to break us, but to strengthen us. They are opportunities for growth, chances to prove to ourselves that we are capable of far more than we ever imagined. Each time we choose trust over fear, faith over doubt, we grow stronger and more aligned with the universe's flow. But here's a question that might shake you to your core. What if everything you're currently struggling with, every problem, every challenge, every seeming obstacle, is actually a gift from the universe? What if these difficulties are not punishments or random misfortunes, but carefully crafted lessons designed to help you grow into the person you're meant to be? This is a radical shift in perspective, and it's at the heart of the trust pilgrimage. It requires us to reframe our entire relationship with adversity. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we learn to ask, "What is this teaching me? How is this helping me grow?" When we approach life's challenges with this mindset, something magical happens. We stop being victims of circumstance and become active participants in our own evolution. We begin to see the hidden opportunities in every setback, the potential for growth in every difficulty. But make no mistake, this is not an easy path. The trust pilgrimage will challenge you in ways you never expected. It will push you out of your comfort zone and force you to confront your deepest fears and insecurities. There will be times when you'll want to give up, when the way forward seems too difficult or unclear. In these moments, remember that the universe never gives us more than we can handle. Every test, every challenge is perfectly calibrated to our current level of spiritual development. If you're facing it, it means you're ready for it, even if you don't feel ready. So how do we navigate these tests? How do we maintain our trust when everything seems to be falling apart? The key lies in developing a set of spiritual practices that anchor us in trust, even in the midst of chaos. One powerful practice is gratitude. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we shift our energy from lack to abundance, from fear to love. Even in the darkest times, there is always something to be thankful for. By cultivating gratitude, we remind ourselves of the universe's constant support and generosity. Another essential practice is meditation. In the stillness of meditation, we can connect with the deeper currents of universal wisdom that are always flowing through us. We can quiet the anxious chatter of our minds and tune into the whispers of our intuition. Regular meditation helps us stay centered and trusting, even when the external world is in turmoil. Prayer is also a powerful tool on the trust pilgrimage, but I'm not talking about prayer as a form of begging or bargaining with the universe. True prayer is a state of alignment, a way of opening ourselves to divine guidance and support. It's about surrendering our limited personal will to the greater wisdom of the universe. As we engage in these practices, we begin to develop what I call trust muscles. Just like physical muscles, our capacity for trust grows stronger with regular exercise. Each time we choose trust over fear, each time we surrender to the flow of life instead of trying to control it, we strengthen these spiritual muscles. But here's an important point to remember. The trust pilgrimage is not about reaching a destination. It's not about getting to a point where we never feel fear or doubt again. That's not the goal, and it's not even possible as long as we're having a human experience. The true mastery of trust is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward despite it. It's about cultivating a deep, unshakable faith that resides at our core, even when our surface emotions are in turmoil. As we progress on the trust pilgrimage, we'll find that our relationship with uncertainty begins to shift. Instead of seeing the unknown as something to be feared, we start to recognize it as a field of infinite potential. We begin to understand that it's in the spaces of not knowing that true miracles can occur. Think about it. If we could predict and control every aspect of our lives, where would be the room for growth? Where would be the opportunity for the universe to surprise and delight us? It's in the moments of uncertainty that we're most open to receiving the universe's gifts. This brings us to another crucial aspect of the trust pilgrimage, learning to recognize and appreciate the universe's gifts even when they come in unexpected or challenging forms. Often, what we initially perceive as a setback or a problem turns out to be a blessing in disguise. I've seen this play out countless times in my own life and in the lives of those I've guided. A job loss leads to the discovery of a true calling. A relationship breakup creates space for a deeper, more fulfilling connection. A health crisis becomes a catalyst for profound spiritual awakening. The universe has a way of using our challenges to guide us towards our highest good. But to receive these blessings, we must be willing to trust the process, even when we can't see the bigger picture. This brings us to a profound question. How willing are you to trust in a plan that you can't fully see or understand? Can you have faith in a journey whose destination is not yet clear? These are not easy questions to answer. Our logical minds crave certainty and control. We want to know where we're going and how we're going to get there. But the trust pilgrimage asks us to release this need for certainty and to embrace the mystery of life. It's like being on a great adventure. If you knew every twist and turn of the plot beforehand, where would be the excitement? Where would be the opportunity for growth and discovery? The universe is inviting us to approach life with the wide-eyed wonder of a child, ready to be surprised and delighted at every turn. But this doesn't mean we become passive or fatalistic. Trusting the universe doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It means taking inspired action, guided by our intuition and our connection to universal wisdom. This is where many people misunderstand the concept of trust. They think it means giving up their personal power or responsibility. Nothing could be further from the truth. True trust empowers us. It gives us the courage to take risks, to follow our dreams, to live authentically. When we trust in the universe, we tap into a source of strength and wisdom far greater than our individual selves. We become channels for divine energy, co-creators of our reality. This is the true power that the trust pilgrimage unlocks within us. But to access this power, we must be willing to let go of our old ways of thinking and being. We must be willing to question our deepest beliefs about ourselves and the world. We must be willing to step into the unknown, guided only by the light of our faith. This process of letting go can be challenging. We're often deeply attached to our beliefs, our habits, our ways of seeing the world. Even when these things no longer serve us, we cling to them out of fear of the unknown. The Trust Pilgrimage asks us to examine these attachments. What beliefs are holding you back? What fears are preventing you from fully trusting in the universe's plan for your life? These are not easy questions to answer, but they are essential for our growth. As we delve deeper into these questions, we often uncover layers of conditioning that we've accumulated throughout our lives. We may find beliefs that were instilled in us by our parents, our culture, our education system. We may discover fears that stem from past traumas or disappointments. The Trust Pilgrimage invites us to shine the light of awareness on these hidden aspects of ourselves. It asks us to question everything we thought we knew about how life works. This can be a disorienting process, but it's also incredibly liberating. As we release our old limiting beliefs, we create space for new possibilities to enter our lives. We open ourselves to experiences and opportunities that we couldn't have imagined before. This is where the true magic of the Trust Pilgrimage begins to unfold. But here's the thing. This process of transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's not a one-time event, but a continuous journey of growth and evolution. The Trust Pilgrimage is not something we complete and then move on from. It's a way of living, a constant dance with the unknown. There will be times when our trust is strong, when we feel deeply connected to the universe's flow. In these moments, life seems to unfold effortlessly. Synchronicities abound, and we feel guided and supported at every turn. But there will also be times when our trust is tested. We may face challenges that shake us to our core, experiences that make us question everything we thought we knew. These are the moments that truly define our journey. It's easy to trust when everything is going well. The real test comes when we're faced with adversity, when the path forward is unclear. Can we maintain our faith in those moments? Can we trust that even in the darkest times, the universe is supporting our highest good? This is where the practices we've discussed earlier become crucial. Gratitude, meditation, prayer, these are not just nice things to do when we have the time. They are essential tools for navigating the challenges of the Trust Pilgrimage. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in our lives. Even in the midst of difficulty, there is always something to be grateful for. By cultivating this attitude of appreciation, we align ourselves with the flow of universal abundance. Meditation allows us to tap into the deeper currents of wisdom that are always flowing through us. In the stillness of meditation, we can hear the quiet voice of our intuition, guiding us towards our highest good. Regular meditation practice helps us stay centered and trusting, even when the external world is in chaos. Prayer, when approached as a form of communion with the universe rather than a plea for specific outcomes, can be a powerful way to strengthen our trust. It's a way of acknowledging that there is a higher wisdom at work in our lives, a divine plan that is unfolding even when we can't see it. As we engage with these practices, we begin to develop what I call a trust muscle. Just like physical muscles, our capacity for trust grows stronger with regular exercise. Each time we choose trust over fear, each time we surrender to the flow of life instead of trying to control it, we strengthen this spiritual muscle. But here's an important point to remember. Developing trust doesn't mean we'll never feel fear or doubt again. That's not the goal, and it's not even possible as long as we're having a human experience. The true mastery of trust is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward despite it. It's about cultivating a deep, unshakable faith that resides at our core, even when our surface emotions are in turmoil. It's about knowing, at the deepest level of our being, that we are always supported, always guided, always loved by the universe. This kind of trust doesn't come from intellectual understanding. It comes from direct experience. It comes from taking risks, from stepping into the unknown, from allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. It comes from falling and getting back up, from facing our fears and moving forward anyway. The Trust Pilgrimage provides us with countless opportunities for this kind of experiential learning. Every challenge we face, every uncertainty we navigate, is an invitation to deepen our trust. The universe is constantly asking us, "Do you trust me? Are you willing to let go and allow me to guide you?" Our job is to say yes again and again, to choose trust even when it's difficult, to surrender our need for control and allow ourselves to be carried by the river of life. As we do this, something miraculous begins to happen. We start to experience a profound sense of peace and freedom. We realize that we don't have to figure everything out, that we don't have to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We can relax into the loving support of the universe, knowing that we are always being guided towards our highest good. This doesn't mean that life becomes easy or that we never face challenges, but it does mean that we approach those challenges from a place of trust rather than fear. We see them as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to our happiness. And here's the beautiful paradox. The more we trust, the more we open ourselves to the universe's blessings. The more we surrender, the more empowered we become. The more we let go, the more we receive.